From WNIJ studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University, this is Sessions from Studio A. Singer-songwriter Eli Lev stopped by WNIJ last week to perform at our Studio A Cafe concert series, where we invite you to join us in the audience for a session. In case you missed it, we're bringing the concert to you this hour, along with an interview with Eli Lev about his music and background as an English as a second language teacher.
English is just language, and language is just transmission of a message. So really, I'm mostly interested in how do my songs transmit a message? What are they trying to say, and what is the conversation that they can create?
Join us this hour on Sessions from Studio A, right after these headlines from NPR. Welcome to Sessions from Studio A. I'm Spencer Tritt. Our guest this week is touring musician Eli Lev. He's based in Maryland, but has lived all over the country and the world as a traveling English teacher. His love of language and literature can be heard in his music, as he often tells stories in his songs and structures his records to follow themes. His last release was the 4 Directions Project, based on his travels around the States, and he'll tell us a little bit about that project here before playing this first song. Let's get right into it. It's Eli Lev, recorded live on Sessions from Studio A.
There are 4 directions on my 4 Directions project. There's All Roads East, Way Out West, Deep South, and True North. And we're going to get a little, get some desert vibes, because we were talking about northern Arizona. Has anybody ever been out there, Zion, Bryce Canyon, Grand Canyon area? Okay, so the whole world is not covered with grass and trees. That was interesting to me, coming from Maryland and then Indiana. And I remember driving out to northern Arizona for the first time after I got my, as an undergrad, I was doing my student teaching on the reservation. I was like so nervous and so excited. And I drove through the night. And I landed in a place called Canyon de Chelly on the east coast of the Navajo Indian Reservation. But I couldn't see it because it was night. And I fell asleep in my car. And when the desert sun came up for the first time, that was the first time I ever experienced the desert. And you know the like old Alfred Hitchcock movies where like the camera zooms in, but the background comes out at the same time? That's what it felt like. I felt very small, but I also felt my entire soul expand in that space. So this one's called Shy Desert Morning. Here we go. My horizons are rising up to see. I'm finding out just fine who I am. Yet I'm looking out of my new desert home, checking all those creatures passing by. And as the way back to your heart, it widens all the time. It's the first soft light of the shy desert morning that reminds my blood to come alive. Don't take me downtown with these worn-out shoes. There's no place for my bag. I'm heading out. Boy, don't need no news. There ain't no use for that where I'm going. As the way back to your heart, it widens all the time. Yeah, and it's the first soft light, that shy desert morning, that reminds my blood to come alive. Don't take me downtown. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. I've been away for too long. Don't make my bed for me. I'm seeing it through this time in my own company. And there's a way back to your heart. It widens all the time. Yeah, and it's the first soft light, that shy desert morning that reminds my blood to come alive. Don't take me downtown. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Shy desert morning, I can see you coming through. Your light's gonna shine and light the way to you. Shy desert morning, and I know you got something to say. I've been waiting all night, let's go. So come on and light up the way back to your heart. It widens all the time. It is the first soft light, that shy desert morning that reminds my blood to come alive. Don't take me downtown. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are we having fun yet? All right. What day is it? Does anybody know? You know, all the days kind of turn into just one big fun show on the road sometimes. You know, it's great being out on the road, but it's also great coming back home. And, you know, a lot of these songs have a travel element to them, an adventure element too, as you can tell. But I'm going to sing next a song from All Roads East. This is my mom's favorite song because it's about me coming back home. And this song is called Growing Up and Growing Down. And, you know, I was out there in the world. After being on the res, I became an English teacher as a second language and taught in Australia, New Zealand, Israel, a small country called Andorra in Europe. Has anybody heard of Andorra? It's very tiny, between Spain and France. I don't know how I ended up there, but I did. And there was this moment where I was like, you know what, I could do this the rest of my life and become what they call an expat and just never come back to the States. Or I realized that in order to grow up like trees, I needed to put down roots. I needed to come back and connect with my family, my friends, see my niece and my nephew grow up. And this song was a big part of that realization. It's called Growing Up and Growing Down. And this one's for you, Mom. Here we go. Coming back to my hometown, back to the start of the road, growing up and growing down, it's all I really know. As my circle comes together around me and my feet find the ground, I've been growing up far too long. Now it's time to start growing down. Same tunes call out from the radio, but no one seems to mind. All my shoes are right where I left them. Clocks keep ticking in time. The world turns, but that house stands still. That eastern wind still blows. Growing up and growing down, it's all I really know. And I've found a million ways to lose myself, but here I know my way around. I've been growing up far too long. Now it's time to start growing down. Let's go. Coming back to my hometown, back to the start of the road. Growing up and growing down, it's all I really know. Yet it's all I really know. This house is all I really know. Life ain't long enough to see it all. We gotta find our hollow ground. I've been growing up for far too long. Now it's time to start growing down. Now it's time to start growing down. Now it's time to start growing down.
This is Sessions from Studio A, and you just heard Eli Lev performing live at our Studio Cafe concert, where we invite a crowd in for the recording process. And I'm here now with Eli Lev. I still have that last song you played stuck in my head, I think, there, that sing-along we
Good.
did.
Yes, you're welcome, and I am sorry also.
So thanks so much for coming out to DeKalb today. You are on tour. Let's get a little of your background first. Where are you from originally here?
Yeah, I'm from just outside of Washington, D.C., a place called Silver Spring, Maryland, and I went to university actually in Indiana, so the Midwest has a very special place in my heart.
And you said your family was from Skokie?
Yeah, my dad's from Skokie, and they're in Buffalo Grove now, too, so it's great to be back in Illinois.
Okay, great. And we were kind of joking before the set. This is kind of like our East Coast mini series here, because we just had on last week Juliette Lloyd, who happens to be kind of from your neck of the woods there. And it's funny, small world that you two know each other.
Yeah, she's a rock star and a dear friend, so it's great you had her on.
Tell us a little bit about this tour so far that you've been on. How's it been going so far, and where are you off to in the next couple weeks here?
Yeah, so I started in Maryland, went up to Pennsylvania, through West Virginia and Ohio. Then here I am in DeKalb, and I've got a show coming up in, then I'm going to Wisconsin afterwards, and eventually making my way over to the West Coast. So I'll be up in Oregon, Washington, California. I even have some Canada dates on this tour, so that'll be exciting too.
Travel is kind of a theme here in the show, in the set, and with your music as well. People will hear you talk about your Four Directions project.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool concept there. Bringing in the Directions in with your own experience, living all over, not just the country, but the world too.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about this new project you have going on now that the Four Directions is wrapped up. You are working on a trilogy of EPs.
Oh, yes.
And there's kind of a theme to the EPs, too. So tell us a little bit about this trilogy you're working on currently.
Yeah, after Four Directions, I really didn't know what I was going to do. People are like, oh, you should do Southeast or like Northwest or like Sky Above or Ground Below. And I was like, that's kind of cool, but I'm ready for like the next iteration, the next sound. And I was really racking my brain about it. But there's this song on Four Directions that's called One Road. And in that song, it says, one road, two friends, three worlds, and four winds, like directional winds. I was like, wait a second, I already wrote the next stage for myself. I just had to like mine my own material. So after four directions is three worlds. After three worlds will be two friends, and after two friends will be one road. And the Three Worlds project consists of Present Journey, which is coming out now, Past Lives, and Future Myths.
So we've got sort of a past, present, future going on, but you're starting with the present.
I'm starting with the present.
Is there a significance to that, starting with the present? Even?
There is, because really all there is the present and the now. And whatever we think is the past is just what we hold it in the present. And ever what we think is going to be in the future is just our idea of it right now. So really the present journey is the one I'm on, and that is informed by both of those. So I'm really excited to these songs on Present Journey are just like exactly what's happening now with the touring, like love, business, spirituality. And then in Past Lives, I'm really digging into my ancestry, actually. So my dad is Jewish from Skokie, and the family came over from Russia, Poland. My mom is from the South, Mississippi. So she's got some Southern roots, and they're eventually from England and Ireland. And really kind of tracing that ancestry and both of those stories through music.
Well, I love what you said about mining your own music to come up with a concept. That's really interesting. And you have kind of a literary and a background as an English teacher. That's correct?
Yeah, I actually I majored in English. I got an education. I actually have a master's in English education. And then I just obviously picked up an acoustic guitar instead, but that's still there. It's swirling around. I really enjoy themes. I love wordplay. I love metaphors. I love multiple levels of meaning. Yeah.
Storytelling seems like a big part.
And really, English is just language, and language is just transmission of a message. So really I'm mostly interested in how do my songs transmit a message? What are they trying to say, and what is the conversation that they can create?
Well, I'm on a train going to Chicago. Oh, your big brown eyes staring out the window, looking out on this big blue sky. Looking out on this big blue sky. Well, I'm on that plane that you see up there. Well, I got you a ticket and all that goes with it. So come on, let's fly. Oh, I'd love to see the world with you. Well, I've turned towards the east, and I've come back west. But it just ain't the same in sunshine or rain. I'd love to see the world with you. Oh, I'd love to see the world with you. Well, on a highway road, all is sacred, as you move in the hollows of my mind. And only the stars know where we'll go. Why don't you come with me this time? Well, I've walked these streets in cities and in towns, but the truth be told, it's a lonely road. I'd love to see the world with you. Oh, I'd love to see the world with you. Well, let it be known, I've survived on my own. with the only thing carrying me the wind. But wherever I roam with my makeshift home, there's a place for you to be and breathe with me. Well, I'm leaving today, and I hope you'll say, I'd love to see the world, I'd love to see the world, I'd love to see the world with you too. Oh, I'd love to see the world with you too. Yes, I'd love to see the world, I'd love to see the world, I'd love to see the world with you too. Oh, I'd love to see the world with you too. Thank you.
Eli Lev, recorded live in WNIJ's Studio A. This show was part of our Studio A Cafe concert series, where we invite you to join us in the audience for a recording session. Find more from Eli Lev on his website, eli-lev.com, and he's on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Eli Lev Music. Stay tuned for more of his performance coming up here on Sessions from Studio A.
I was the age of 8 when I played the tape and I heard a voice come through. He was singing loud and singing strong.
Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A with singer-songwriter Eli Lev. This show was recorded live as part of our Studio A Cafe concert series. You can join us on the first Tuesday of every month for free concerts here in WNIJ's Studio A. You can hear more music from Eli Lev on all the usual streaming platforms, and be on the lookout for his next EP, Present Journey, set for release on June 26th. Let's get back into Studio A for the live performance. It's Eli Lev.
Maybe I made some mistakes. Maybe you shouldn't talk that way. Really matter if the bed's made, or if I wore the same shirt that day. Maybe I don't think the same. Maybe you showed up too late. I left my shoes by the doorway. I like it that way. And I don't need you, but I want you. If you hate me, you're supposed to. I'm that someone you lean all your weight on. If you don't need me, why you call me? In the night when you're so lonely, lay it on me. So baby, come on. Tonight just let me be your someone. Be your someone. Yeah. Be your someone. So what you wanna do now? We both know how we're feeling. I can hear you breathing. And I don't need you, but I want you. If you hate me, you're supposed to. I'm that someone you lean all your weight on. If you don't need me, why you call me? In the night when you're so lonely, lay it on me. So baby, come on. Tonight just let me be your someone. Be your someone. Yeah. Be your someone. Maybe I'm a little lazy. Maybe you're a little crazy lately. But that don't change things. Ooh, be your someone. And I don't need you, but I want you. If you hate me, you're supposed to. I'm that someone, yeah. You leave all your weight on. If you don't need me, why Why you call me in the night when you're so lonely? You told me, so baby come tonight, just let me be your someone. Be your someone, yeah. Be your someone. Be your someone, yeah. Thank you. That feels so good, y'all. Thanks so much. This is my first afternoon show that I've had in a very, very long time. It's like, what is this daylight and music thing happening right now? But I'm really enjoying myself, and I just want to give a shout out to the studio and Spencer and actually Mike doing the sound back there. Thanks so much. Give a big love to Mike. Sounds amazing. Thanks to the whole staff for making this happen, and what a wonderful community you've got built here around music. It's really special. This is the coral reef of local music system, and the pandemic tried to bleach the reef, but I'm glad to see it growing back and people really appreciative of artists and songs and stories. It really means a lot. So I'm glad to be part of it in my little way, but really it's you all that are making this happen. So shout out to y'all. It means the world to me. Let's do one more from Walk, Talk, Dance, Sing. We were talking about cassette tapes earlier, right? So I wasn't around for 8 tracks, but I heard they did not catch. They did not catch, did they? No, okay. So, if you really think about the development of music, it's pretty wild. Way back in the day, they didn't have recorded music. Just think about that. Before there was recorded music, people were on porches just sharing songs, and they were always different. Every single time it was a different performance, right? And then all of a sudden, they came along and they could put a song down on a vinyl, on a record. That's wild. And then they could broadcast it on radio. That's pretty incredible too. And then you think about the progression was the EP, the LP, 8-track, tapes, and then CDs were gonna just destroy everything. And then iTunes was gonna destroy everything. And then Spotify was going to destroy everything, right? But here we are, still enjoying music somehow, so that's good. So I remember my first tape was in 4th grade, and I'm going to date myself when I say these bands. But on the tape was MC Hammer and Johnny Cash, Fleetwood Mac and New Kids on the Block. It was U2 and Vanilla Ice, all on the same cassette tape. It's pretty wild, pretty strange. Bruce Springsteen was on there with Madonna for some reason. I don't know. But it really influenced my music, and maybe you can tell how some of my songs are a little mix of all different genres. And so this song is called Singing Along for the First Time. And it's me back in my room playing that cassette tape over and over and over again, learning and memorizing all the songs. Here we go. Was the age of 8 when I played the tape and I heard a voice come through. It was singing loud and singing strong to the words I barely knew. I was hanging on to the edge of the song, waking up all my senses. I'm untied, I'm singing along for the first time. Ooh, 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 for the first time. Ooh, 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 singing along for the first time. Are y'all in a singing mood today? Just wondering. Okay, some people are smiling like yes, and other people are smiling like no way am I going to sing, Eli. That's okay, we'll see what happens. There is such thing as singing in your own head, and I can actually hear that. Na 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 na. Well, I've been hearing songs since I came along on WNIJ radio and TV. But this one song, when it came on, felt like it was just for me. Now I'm singing along for the first time. Want to try it? It goes like this. Oh, 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 oh. I can hear you singing in your own heads. It's beautiful. Oh, 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 there it is. Oh, oh, singing along for the first time. Even you making the shape of an O with your mouth is like pretty awesome to me. So thank you so much. We'll have one more chance later on the song. Don't worry. Yeah, and it was Springsteen in the street, Cash in the summer heat, Willie on the road, Cobain in the cold, Stevie in my room, learning every line of that tune. And when the chorus came, it was my chance to get up and start to dance away. For the first time. Ooh. For the first time now. Ooh, it was Springsteen in the street, Cash in the summer heat, Willie on the road, Cobain in the cold, Stevie in my room, learning every line of that tune. When the chorus came, it was my chance. I'm singing along for the first time. Here we go. Oh, 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 there it is. Oh, oh, beautiful. My turn. The first time. Your turn. Oh, 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 I'm singing along for the first time. Ow! Thank you so much. That was fun.
Give us a little bit of your writing process. I'm interested in how you write lyrics, having the background as an English teacher too. What's it look like when you're starting a new song?
Yeah, it's really changed. Really fascinating. It's evolved. I started with like playing chords. What do those chords make me feel like? And then I would like sing nonsense lyrics like, you know, and then I'd be like, oh, that's the melody. And then I'd add lyrics to that. That was like how I would write songs. Recently, that's kind of changed to writing for song titles, writing for a particular event, writing for a particular moment in time that I'm experiencing.
So you'll actually sometimes think of a title first, yes, and then it's like kind of reverse engineering almost.
Yeah, so that happened with my song. It's called They Say on Present Journey, and also Love in the Middle Ages. I thought Love in the Middle Ages is just like, what an interesting concept.
It's a great title.
I mean? What does that mean? You know, is that like, you know, the historical period or like what's happening there? So I actually started that song from the title.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's a cool way to work. Kind of like making a little puzzle for yourself almost.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It seems like spirituality is a big part of your life and your music too. You mentioned you were raised Jewish, and you also spent a lot of time meditating as well. Talk a little bit about that journey, that spiritual journey, and how maybe that influences the music too.
Yeah, being raised in Judaism and just with just values, and really kind of like having, blessings and kind of like these certain times of year where it could be introspective, you know what I mean, was really important. And then, I took a Buddhism course in university, and that connected me with meditation. Specifically, I'm into this meditation. It's called Vipassana meditation, which means seeing things as they really are. So that's a really strong tool for me to stay grounded and balanced. But on top of that, my mom is from the South, and Christianity was a really big influence for her. But what was more important for her is singing. So she's like, it doesn't matter what house of worship I'm in, just get me into the choir and I'm good, you know?
Yeah,
so having that, like, that universality of music, being a way to worship. to feel like there's like something greater than us. So all of those have kind of influenced it. On top of that is the indigenous traditions that I learned out in the Navajo Nation. Really, instead of progress, valuing balance. Instead of it being like past, present, and future, like, ancestors are walking with us now.
Yeah.
And our future generations are actually here right now with every decision that we're making. They're right here. They're being affected by it. So having that other cultural perspective from an indigenous population right here in North America also really informed my kind of spirituality and how I see the world.
What else is coming up for you later on this tour, and as we continue into summer? What's next for you?
Yeah, I got a few shows in Wisconsin coming up. All my tour dates are on eli-lev.com, and I've got tour dates and my music and all that good stuff there. I have a community called The Levitators. Get it? Eli Lev Levitators.
Love it.
Cheesy, that's how I roll. So you can sign up there as well, and I've got the whole cross-country tour coming up. This year, I've got 250 dates where I'm playing around the country and in Canada. So would love to see folks out there and share the love with them.
That's great. And people can find you, once again, those eli-lev.com. You're on Spotify, Apple Music, all the streaming places. And, of course, people can come out to a show and pick up a CD or a really cool vinyl you have, too. Love the vinyl, kind of combining the 4 Directions EPs all into one.
Yeah, thanks.
Eli Lev, thanks so much again for coming out to DeKalb and playing in Studio A Cafe. Thank you again.
What a pleasure. Thank you so much.
You've been hearing from my interview with Eli Lev, singer-songwriter based in Maryland, on tour now throughout the U.S. and Canada. Find more on eli-lev.com. And stick around, we still have time for a few more songs here. We'll be right back with more on Sessions from Studio A.
To the system, have been minimal at best.
Welcome back to Sessions from Studio A with singer-songwriter Eli Lev from Maryland. He stopped by WNIJ while on tour through the Midwest and performed live at our Studio A Cafe concert series. We've also been talking with Eli Lev and hearing about some of his travels around the world and around the United States. He even mentioned spending time living on a Navajo reservation where he was teaching English. While living there, he learned how to play the flute with some encouragement from some of the students, and he promised he wouldn't leave us today without playing a little improvisation with that Native American flute. Let's get back into the studio. This is Eli Lev, recorded live. You're listening to Sessions from Studio A.
Well, I've been thinking, this is treason, what I've been doing with my life. My contributions to the system have been minimal at best. There's another power that I'm after. It's coming straight from my chest. That's why I take my soul down to the river. I hold my head up to the sky. I take my soul down to the river. I hold my head up to the sky. Well, I've been thinking, this is treason, what I've been doing with my life. The Holy Empire and the shiny weapons have no power here. The chutes and ladders, the fame and dollars have all been scattered into the air. That's why I take my soul down to the river. I hold my head up to the sky. I take my soul down to the river. I hold my head up to the sky. Well, I've been thinking, and this is treason, what I've been doing with my life. There's another power that I'm after. It's taken me all this time to realize why I take my soul down to the river. I hold my head up to the sky. I take my soul down to the river. I hold my head up to the sky. I take my soul down the riverside. I hold my head up to the sky. When they come asking, they ask me why. I said, I just hold my head up to the sky. 'Cause I've been down that road before, and it goes round and around, child. So take my money and take my car, take my status and take my wage, take my future and take my name. I'ma keep my heart and gonna take my soul down to the river. I hold my head up to the sky. I take my soul down to the river. I hold my head up to the sky. Wow. That song's different every time. That was a journey. This has been an amazing journey. Thank you for joining me on this musical adventure. And I think, do we have like time for a half song maybe? Is that okay? Is one more all right? Is that cool? All right, okay, awesome, great. That would have been really awkward if this. No, we're good. We're good, Eli. See you later. Thanks for that. You saved me. This has been absolutely awesome, and I'm going to leave you with a song also from Present Journey. This one's called That Universal Song. And isn't it amazing what music can do? really bring the community together, really open our hearts, open our minds, conversation, joining incredible meals like flowers and roses everywhere. This is really a special place. One last time for the whole studio and WNIJ for putting this together. Really appreciate y'all. Thank you. I'll be hanging out after the show. Come say hi. I'm not as scary as I look. And I've got some CDs, vinyl, t-shirt out there. Also baseball caps and bandanas / scarves / crystal grids. Whatever you want to use these as, you can use them. Bread covering, laptop, whatever. They're very beautiful. They have the Four Directions mandala on them. So it's also a great way to support music. So looking forward to seeing you after the show. And this one's called That Universal Song, and it does have a little sing-along part in it. Here we go. I'm going to teach it to you. It goes like this. Na, 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 na. That's it. I'll do it again. Na, 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 na. Thank you, Spencer. I heard that. Ready? Your turn. Na, 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 na. That's pretty good. One more time. Here we go. Na, 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 na. Oh, you guys, this is going to be great. Awesome. Okay, we're cool. So when the chorus comes, you sing that 3 times, I sing something, it's going to be totally awesome. It's going to be the best way to end the show. All right, here we go. This is That Universal Song from Present Journey. I got the CD. It'll be out in very shortly. Here we go. I was on a train in the middle of the city. I saw a girl sitting on the floor with her headphones on. She was humming a tune, looking as happy as she could be, nodding her head and closing her eyes and singing a song she was singing. Yeah, and the sun came through the window. Now everyone's humming along. Y'all are awesome. My turn. She got everybody singing that universal song. Got the hang of it? Some good singers over here in DeKalb. Amazing. All right. It'll just get better and better as the song goes. Sure. I was on a cruise in the middle of the ocean, sitting alone at a table for 2. The band was on a break 'cause the singer, he was late. But the second he got on stage, he started singing that same old tune he was singing. Yeah. Yeah, and everyone got on the dance floor. Ooh, they were shaking their hips and moving along. Ooh, my turn. He got everybody singing that universal song. It's got to be universal, so we got to bring in the aliens here. So here they come. Well, I heard on NPR News today that they made contact with outer space. A transmission was coming in loud and clear. And all the scientists and linguists and astrophysicists tried to decipher the sound that was coming into their ears, but all they heard was... And they started shaking their shoulders too. They all agreed that that's what we should do. Everybody in the world singing. Ooh, they got their hands up in the air. Y'all are awesome. My turn. Ooh, now everybody's getting along 'cause that universal song. Ooh, let's sing it again. Ready? Here we go. Na, 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 na. Singing it all day long, they're singing. Na, 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 na. Just one more time for me as I go singing. Na, 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 na. Just kidding, one more time. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Na, 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 na. Y'all are fantastic. Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, WNIJ. I'm Eli Lev. See ya.
Eli Lev closing out his performance at Studio A Cafe with a great sing-along. That's a new one from him, That Universal Song. You can find that out now, and it will also be on his upcoming EP, Present Journey, which is set for release on June 26th. Be on the lookout for that and find more music from Eli Lev streaming on Spotify, Apple Music, and you can find more from him, including tour dates on eli-lev.com. That's L-E-V. He's also on social media too. You can find him on Facebook and Instagram at Eli Lev Music. Also, head over to WNIJ.org to find this full episode and video from his concert at Studio A Cafe. You can join us for these free Studio A Cafe concerts on the first Tuesday of every month. Thank you so much to Eli Lev for stopping by while on tour, and to you for listening in this hour. If you are a local or touring artist and you are interested in being featured on Sessions from Studio A, send us in a submission by emailing sessions@niu.edu. We'd love to hear from you. Sessions from Studio A is produced at WNIJ Studios on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Producers are yours truly and Mike Lundgren. I'm Spencer Tritt. Thanks so much for joining me this week. I'll see you next time on another edition of Sessions from Studio A.
All my shoes are right where I left them. The clocks keep ticking time. The world turns, but that house stands still. That eastern wind still blows. Growing up and growing down, it's all I really know. And I found a million